You guys are gonna find crutches in a package ready to go. This is how they're gonna come, this short height. These are the universal crutches that are going to fit someone that's 4'7" all the way to 6'7". So even though they look this small right out of the package. So first things first, you're gonna ask the patient how tall they are. She's 5'5". So first thing is gonna undo these red clips. So we're gonna pull these out. Oh goodness. That will happen and that's fine. Once this is loose, it then unlocks. You've got two little buttons down here. Once you've got these buttons, you're gonna push those in, and from there, you're gonna release with your foot till you hear a click, and the buttons are then in the taller. So we know she's 5'5", so I'm looking at the green numbers where this is gonna be connected. From there, I'm then gonna come down to the bottom, and I'm gonna look for the green 5'5". So I need to get this pin in there. So once that's at 5'5" and the top's at 5'5", the only thing we have left is to do the hand rest. So I'm then gonna come to my patient. I'm gonna have them just stand here, resting their shoulder, resting their arm down. A lot of times people try and hike their arm. We're not trying to do that, just stand rested. From here, I'm gonna look at where her wrist bends. So the hand rest is to be right where her wrist bends. And from there, I'm gonna go ahead and click this in. Now she did tell me that she's 5'5", but I think you can see on the picture that this crutch is probably too short from her. The way to adjust it is with her arm just relaxed at her side, 2 fingers. Now she's kind of more probably like 4 fingers armpit wise, so I'm actually gonna put it up. You know, people say, well, does that mean I grow? And I just say, well, it depends on how long your arms versus your legs are. So let's put this up 1 notch. So then this looks perfect. There's 2 fingers there. It's not shoved into her armpit. And she would be ready to go. Oh, sorry. It's okay. Okay, let your arm relax down. For someone that is weight bearing is tolerated after surgery, we're gonna put the gait belt on every patient, every time. We're gonna come here, it's gonna be nice and snug. You will have already sized the crutches to the height that the patient tells you they are. From there, the patient's gonna stand and put the crutches underneath. Katie has her right leg is her surgical leg. So what I'm gonna instruct her is she's gonna move the crutches first, and then she's gonna step with her right and then her left, equal steps. So the goal is I want her taking weight through her arms and squeezing the crutches against her rib cage to provide equal steps. All right, so for a patient that is any type of partial weight bearing, in other words, 10% toe touch weight bearing, 50%, anything that's not full weight bearing or non-weight bearing, this is your video. So you're gonna have the gait belt on. For Katie, she had a right ACL surgery and she's 30% weight bearing. Now when she walks and I instruct her, it's going to look like normal walking. She's the only one that's gonna know that she's only putting 30% of weight through her right leg. So I'm gonna instruct her that her crutches are gonna go first, the right leg is gonna move first, and then all the weight through her arms, and then the left foot's gonna come forward. She did put some weight through her right, which is perfect. But again, we wanna instruct normal walking. So crutches, right, left. Okay, so for a patient that is non-weight bearing, you're gonna put the gait belt on, and this could be also for a patient that has no feeling in that leg because of a nerve block. So they can't put weight through that leg. So having a shoe on their left foot, now if they brought sandals, do without the shoe. But if it's a nice, good, sturdy shoe, have them put the shoe on their non-operative leg. From there, the crutches are gonna go out in front. She's gonna take a small step with the left foot and then the right foot's gonna be out in front. Now, because she has a nerve block and can't feel this leg, even more important, I want that leg out in front, just because if it's behind her, she's not gonna be able to feel if there's weight or she's dragging her toes. So crutches are gonna go first, small step. And then cues are to land with a soft left knee. Okay, so now if the patient has stairs at home, gait belt, you're gonna bring them over. This step is hanging around in both surgery center and in PACU. You can set the wheels up against the wall of something so that it's not gonna move, and then just kind of station it with your foot so it's stable. From there, you're gonna instruct the patient to come as close as they can to the step, and then the cue is up with the goods. So from there, she's gonna stabilize on the crutches and stand up with your left foot. From there, stand up tall, crutches come up, and then she would, if this leg was braced straight, she'd have to kind of hike that hip to bring it up. So to come down the steps, come to the edge, crutches are gonna go down first, right leg's gonna go down, and then small step with the left. Okay, so for someone that is allowed to put some amount of weight through their operated leg, and if they have a railing at home, you could position the step so that it's next to a wall where the railing is. So for Katie here, it's her right leg. She's allowed 50% weight through it. So I'm gonna instruct her to come as close to the step as she can. From there, she's gonna step up with her good. So the left leg is gonna step up like you mean it. The right leg's gonna come up, and then the crutches. And then we're gonna practice coming down the step. Crutches are gonna go down first, and then down with the bat. So right leg down, perfect.